last time you joined us on our episode, Does a Tree Make a Sound in the Woods? Our answer was... And today, we are brought here to discuss of a natural occurrence that has gone on even before many a millennia, even before the dawn of the dinosaurs. We humans could only understand this as the rock bicycle. I'm Dutch Kibbles, and welcome to Why Nature? Why are you so confusing?
Our journey begins here at the highest of these mountains, where all forms of earth move forward up slowly over the ages. And as the ground shifts, the weather above will, yeah. To be specific, many things like rain, ice, and wind, or other things of the likes will get up in the earth's business and be like, ha ha ha, I'm going to break you down into small tiny bits. And the earth will be like, no, and you'll be sorry. And the weather will be like, yeah, sure, like you can do anything about it. Sorry, getting off topic. Anyways, the small rocks that get broken off from earth are called sediments, which are often coming from 3 known rock formations, but I'll get to that later. In the life of sediment, it can be kidnapped and carried off to a faraway land it's totally unfamiliar with, in a term called sediment trafficking.
Hey.
What?
That's
Oh, that's not what it's called.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, jeez. Okay, thank you. Jeez, Mr. Science Guy over here. Anyways, the term is actually called erosion, which has several means of transportation. For example, wind erosion, which means sediment is kidnapped and carried through the air to a new location. Water erosion is a means of sediment being pulled through the water, like beaches or rivers, to a larger body of water. Up next in the cycle, the sediment has reached its location in a lake or ocean. It just sits there. That's it. It just sits there. Deep in a black, scary abyss, waterlogged, alone, and still. This is called deposition, where there's always sediment burying one another deeper and deeper into the ground, continuously and endlessly. Any buried sediment will be pressed deeper into the ground due to tectonic plate movement, resulting in a rather uncomfortable process of sediments unfamiliar to each other being pushed and compacted into each other due to overlaying amounts of sediments increasing in weight, resulting in stage 1 amalgamation rock.
Hey.
Who's there? Oh, it's you again. It's actually called that, huh?
Yeah.
Okay then, do you mind leaving me alone? I'm recording. Okay, bye. That guy was back. He really insists that it is actually called sedimentary rock, which can be considered the most brittle of rock formations. For example, being limestone, sandstone, and shale. Or this little guy here.
Hey, clear that.
Okay. Run! He's coming. I think I lost him. Okay, now he's gone. At this point, deep underneath the surface, the sedimentary rock has 2 choices. Man up and go back up to the surface and face its new environment, inevitably going through the painful process of weathering, erosion, and deposition. Or it can be a coward and sink it deeper into the crust of the earth to escape the light of day and the horrid process of mankind. which doing so, sedimentary rock becomes exposed to extreme amounts of heat and pressure, putting sedimentary rock through a process where it becomes compacted into other layers, becoming a more twisted, hideous earth commonly called abomination bricks. Hey, dude, can you leave? You should know it's rude to interrupt. I don't care, just go. The nerve of that guy. He informs me that it's actually called metamorphic rock, which of course takes on a different structure than sedimentary rock, being tougher with the appearance of a melted birthday gift, having ribbons passing through its structure, like slate, genesis, marbles, and scheist. Get your hat out of the clouds. That's not what I said. You're all so immature. Once again, now metamorphic rock has the choice of facing the elements or being a wimp and going deeper to the ground. Only instead, past that, metamorphic rock is no longer really rock. Instead, it has the lovely, beautiful, molten orange hot Petra soup appearance, just like Mama used to make back then. Only instead, that's what one would think. The next stage of the rock cycle, the earth has itself pimples. And those pimples sometimes erupt the Petra soup, which becomes lava, as in I lava you. Boo boo. Don't touch it though, if you want to keep your hand. In a quicker time than it takes to heat up for some reason, it cools down into a form where you can observe it with your fleshy, dirty, greasy hands. This is in fact called... Where is he? He's not anywhere, is he? Okay, good. Once was lava rock. Oh, party foul. He shows me that it's called igneous rock. This rock often has a variety of forms depending on the volcanic eruption. Some forming gas bubbles, often known as lava rock, duh. And others being strong and tough like granite, obsidian, and my personal favorite, basalt. I love putting basalt on my meals. As I said previously, metamorphic rock and sedimentary rock can move up gradually to form mountains, and so unfortunately can igneous rock. They all can't help but be at the surface. I bet it would be boring under the bedrock, just sitting there churning and boiling. If I was magma, I would also want to erupt out of a pimple to get fresh air. Thus ends this documentary. Hopefully you learned something, because I ain't repeating anything. However, next week you could join us on Clouds. What have they ever done for us? See you next time.